Good afternoon. This is January 2022. Welcome. This is Kibera News Network, your #1 Kibera News channel. We are coming to you live on YouTube from Uweza Foundation. This is the only place where we are able to tell our own stories in our own perspective. Stories by us, with us, and for us. The show is Sisi Mtani. Welcome. And today we have none other than Ayugi.
Thank you.
Welcome, brother.
Thank you, Joshua.
Are those your real names, or did I say it wrongly?
It is. Those are my names.
Sometimes you call yourself
Ombija.
Ombija.
Yeah, Ombija is my second name. Actually, Ayugi is my father's name.
Ayugi is your father's name?
Yeah, so I'm Isaiah Ombija Ayugi.
Is Isaiah Ombija Ayugi?
Yes.
Where do you come from?
Yeah.
Where do you hail from?
Thank you, Joshua. I think I must take this opportunity, to thank you so very much again to host me here.
You're welcome.
Probably maybe your first guest.
Yeah, this year. You are actually my first guest in 2022.
In 2022.
You're opening the year for us.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is our first show this year.
Yeah, so I must say it's amazing, and I'm glad for that.
Okay.
Thank you for, it's an honor and a privilege.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm Isaiah.
Yeah.
Ombija Ayugi. Ayugi is my father's name. I was born in a small village called Kasai. And in Opanga sublocation in West Nyakach.
West Nyakach.
West Nyakach division in Kisumu County. Yeah, so that is where I was born around 38, 39 years ago. And I went to school in a local primary school, then called Opanga. Of course, it was a public school.
Yeah.
And I did my, even before I get to my education, my father first was a polygamist. I'm a third-born son to the third wife of my father.
Okay, third born in the third house.
Third house, okay. Yes. Yeah, so I have my two elder brothers ahead of me, and our family generally was a big one. My father had 3 wives, and all of them were lucky to have children.
Yeah.
From the first wife.
How many children overall?
We are 27, so on average, 27? Around every mother was giving birth to 9 kids.
Okay. Average.
Yes, but my mother has 8.
Okay.
Yeah, and we are lucky to be, I'm lucky to be born in such a big family.
Yeah.
And out of that, I learned a lot of things. One concerns how to live with people. Yeah. I get to know that for you to live, you need to have in you a culture of sharing. Sharing. You need to share with people. True. And I was hardened enough in that environment
to survive in this polygamous
environment. Yeah. Yes. My father worked for Kenya Airways. Before it was the East African Airways. Yeah. Before it later got to Kenya Airways after the disintegration of the East African community. So he worked there until he retired in the year 1991. Okay. So my father got retired while I was in class 1. Yes.
You were still young.
I was still very young. So I was born in Nairobi. I used to live in Embakasi. Okay. Then after his retirement, we had to relocate back to the village. So we stayed in the village, and that is where I went through my schooling. Primary in a local school called Opanga. I went to another neighboring secondary school, which is also again called Opanga, until I finished my Form 4. Yeah. So after that, then I came to Nairobi.
You came back to Nairobi?
I came back to Nairobi.
To Embakasi or to Kibera?
To Kibera now.
Okay.
I got to Dandora. My elder brother, of course my step brother, was working again with Kenya Airways.
From mother number one?
From mother number one, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So after finishing my fourth form, he was staying in Dandora.
Yeah.
So I came to Nairobi to now begin life. See if it would be possible, if I can go to college and just to live my life. After Form 4, you see now you're over 18 now, you can face life as it is. Yes, you're out of the hands of your parent, now you can begin thinking of what you can do on your own. So I came and I stayed with him for a while. Then nearby there was a college offering basic computer packages. I went for my computer lessons for a period of 3 months, and I finished. And
who paid for your computer?
My brother, of course.
Your brother?
Yeah, he paid for it. Then from the village, I had some of my friends who were staying in Kibera. Some we were with in primary school, but unfortunately they could not make it to secondary. So then they came to Nairobi a bit earlier than me. And they came and settled in Kibera.
They had settled.
So they had already settled. So while I was still going through my secondary education, they'd already come to Kibera and they were living their lives. They had already settled.
Already found something to do.
Yes, found something to do. So when I came now, because of that influence, they told me, well, you can come over to Kibera.
Come to Kibera. Maisha ni rahisi. Come, we hustle this side.
We hustle this other side. And
so you came?
I came to Kibera.
But before you came to Kibera, are your parents all still there? Your 3 mothers?
My 3 mothers are still there. All of them are still alive.
The dad?
The dad died in the year 2019. At a really advanced old age. He died at the age of around 95. So he's gone.
So your mothers are all in the village?
My mothers are all in the village. We stay in the same homestead. And
your elder mother, first house must be now also very old.
The mother is very old. Actually, without support now, she can't survive. She's now at a stage where even from the bed, somebody has to be there for her. Somebody has to ensure that there is a meal for her. She has to be bathed and so on. So,
and your real mother, the third?
My mother is still strong enough. My mother is strong. She's still doing well.
Wow. You have your other siblings around here?
No, my 2 elder brothers are back in Kisumu. It's me who is here and my other younger brothers who are here. I have another brother who stays in Athi River, and another one that we stay together with here.
Are you also planning to be a polygamist, or are you already? Like your dad, following his footsteps?
No, I do not want to be a polygamist. It is not a very easy
thing to do.
Of course, it has a lot of challenges, and for me, I wouldn't wish to go there. Yes.
You want to stick to your lane.
I don't wish to go there. Yes.
So from Dandora, you join your other friends in Kibera.
From Dandora, I came to.
Where in Kibera did you first land?
I came to Undugu, somewhere down in Silanga. Yes. So I came there. And this is my cousin, of course. So I came. We agreed, and by then he had no wife still. So he had to accommodate me for a while. So he was working in some construction sites it was fixing tiles on floors. So occasionally he would get opportunities to go and work in construction sites.
You would go with him?
So actually we'd go with him. And
as mtu wa mkono
as mtu wa
wake.
mkono, actually, as mtu wa mkono. So we worked with him for some time.
Yeah.
And I also thank God, because out of that I learned the skills of even fixing tires. Even though I don't do it now, but at least
You have some,
have some skills
yeah.
as far as fixing tires is concerned. So we stayed with him, and every time he got a job, we would go together with him. He would pay me on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And after a while, for maybe a year or so, I decided to find for my own space, my own house.
You moved out.
I moved out. Yes.
Still helping him with the tiles thing, or?
No, him is still continuing, of course. He's still doing it. And of course now he's blessed. He's doing it on a larger scale. He gets big tenders, big contracts, and he moves all over the country.
Okay.
Recently he got some job in Meru. Today he's somewhere in Siaya.
Okay.
And so actually he's doing well. So I thank God for that. He gave me that opportunity, and I found my foothold in Nairobi through him.
Okay.
So I'm very much grateful to.
So when you moved out, what did you do? What were you doing?
Yeah, so when I moved out, I had a very strong passion for teaching. Yeah, so you see, you are out of school. I've done my computer classes. I've done my Form 4. The results are out, yes, but now my certificates are still detained in school because of the few arrears that I had.
Yeah.
So it therefore means, I cannot transit to college.
Yeah.
Secondly, I do not have finances to take me to college again. So it's a matter of, you need to hustle for yourself and find a balance. What is it that I can do? And then again, considering that my other siblings who are behind me were still in their schooling stages, and daddy is old, the mother has nothing that she's doing to get some income.
Yeah.
So it was also putting a lot of pressure on me that actually I need to do something to ensure that these my other siblings are taken through school. So, and even though that was happening then, but I also had a strong passion of teaching. My intention was to go through teacher training college, then eventually I would become a teacher. Yeah, that was my passion then. So I got a friend, and this friend is Charles Ochiel.
Charles Ochiel,
yes, St. Christine.
Yeah.
And Charles Ochiel by then was having an organization called St. Christine. And he was running some private school within Kibera.
Yeah.
And this school was up to standard 6. Yes. They were renting some church building somewhere in a village, Raila within Kibera. Yeah, so I met Charles in a church, and Charles tells me that, out of our own conversations, as usual, Charles tells me that he runs a school. And out of that, out of curiosity, I asked Charles now, how can I get an opportunity to join you and help in your school?
One way or the other.
Yeah, then Charles accepts me. Charles tells me, okay, come, even though I don't have...
you are not a trained teacher.
You are not a trained teacher, but just come. You'll work as a UT, and we'll see how we can get along, help each other. So that is how I got into that, and I went to Charles, and Charles accepted me, and I began teaching. And I taught in St. Christine for a while.
What subjects were you teaching?
I was handling science and mathematics.
Okay. From your Form 4 experience.
From my Form 4 experience.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wow. So these ones you are teaching primary school kids?
I'm teaching primary school kids.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Did you find it easy or difficult?
It wasn't difficult as such, because immediately I finished my Form 4, I didn't rush to Nairobi. The first year after finishing my Form 4, I went back to my local primary school to teach as well.
Already you had started practicing.
Already teaching. I already began practicing teaching.
Okay.
So my local primary head teacher invited me, and I went there and I offered my services there on a voluntary basis. And out of that, I'd gained some experience on teaching and all that.
Seems like you were a good boy there, so the
sure,
head
exactly.
teacher would say Okay. And you must have also been good at some subjects.
Yeah, actually, while doing our KCP, I did so well.
Okay.
I passed. Of course, it was out of the 700 marks then.
Yeah, it was
before
700.
it was reduced to 500. And out of that, I managed to get 487 out of 700. And actually, I was invited to a very good provincial school then, which was Nyabondo High School.
You were called at Nyabondo?
Yeah, yes, I was called at Nyabondo, and also got an offer at Awasi Mixed Secondary School. Okay. But due to lack of school fees, I wasn't able to join those schools.
So you joined another school?
Yes, I joined another local, yes, where my father could afford them.
Yeah.
So that is how I got into teaching, and that's how I got to get Charles. And
yeah. Now that time you had moved from Silanga to Raila, or you are still staying?
No, I was still working. I'm working in St. Christine, and at the same time I'm still staying in Silanga.
Yeah, but in your own house now?
No. I had not moved yet.
Oh, that time you had not moved?
I had not moved yet, yes.
Okay.
I had not moved yet. So,
at what point did you move?
Yeah, I worked with Charles for a while, and as we were working with Charles, there was no salary as such that I could now begin to, I could maybe think of now going and renting my own house to begin staying alone. So I worked for some time, around 6 months, Charles paying me some small amount, which could not enable me actually to have my own house. Yeah. So I had a discussion with him, and Charles told me that now, because I'd already even indicated to my brother that if I get something else to do, I think I would look for my own house and relocate. Yeah. Though while I was with Charles, for a period of around 1 year, I was still with my brother. So he accommodated me for that duration of time, and then it came to a stage where Charles told me, now, I may not be able to pay you because for the good work that you do, I see you are working well, the pupils, they love you, they are happy of what you are doing. I have some houses within Kibera. Yeah, I may not be able to pay you, but I will give you somewhere to stay. Yeah. So Charles gave me a house. A house to stay at Raila village. Not in Raila, actually it is in Raila, yes. But on the other side of Kibera. Across the bypass? Yeah, across the bypass, yes. Okay. Yeah, so he gave me a house, and I began to stay alone. So out of the small amounts that Charles would be able to give me, I would be able to buy my food and take care of myself. Whatever little I get, I also have to ensure that my mother back at home also has something. Yes, and that is how we began. Start hustling. Start hustling, yes. Continued. Hustling began. Okay. So we went that way, and now, while at St. Christine, another group of people come, and these people, they call themselves Maono Group. Yeah, I remember Maono. Yes, so Maono Group comes, and the director of the organization is called Dixon. Yeah. And Dixon finds me working in St. Christine. Yeah. Dixon is a teacher, he's a pastor as well. Yeah. So they have an intention of putting up a secondary school next to St. Christine. Yeah. So they begin a conversation with Charles on how to establish a secondary school. And Charles, I think they made an agreement, and Charles, with his support and with the network and linkages that he has with the community leaders, made it possible for him to find a space where they could put some few classrooms. Yes, maybe to just to have for Form 1 and Form 2, and at the same time, so while they're doing this, the administration office is still at St. Christine. Yeah. So the school is outside St. Christine compound, the Form 1 and the Form 2, but the office is within St. Christine. Yes. So Dixon now, because we are together now, we work in the same environment, he observes what I do and all that. Dixon now tells me, you beyond what you're doing here, you are going to help our Form 1 and Form 2 kids.
Wow.
Yes, as a teacher. Yeah, so he calls me and he tells me, you are teaching math. I don't know whether you are able to handle Form 1 and Form 2 maths in secondary school.
Yeah.
So I tell him, okay, well, I haven't taught in secondary school, but though I can try. I was good in mathematics. Maybe I can give it a try. So he
gives you the opportunity.
He gives me the opportunity and introduces me to the students. And I go and I teach mathematics. And he loved it.
How did it go?
He loved it.
He loved it. And the students loved it.
He loved it and the students loved it. And that is how I got into teaching at Maono Education Center. And then I was put on a salary so that at the end of the month I was able to be paid. They were able to afford to pay me 8,000 Kenya shillings per month. So for me that was a very big plus. I could now begin even to think of so I would begin now to think of having my own house. A good one, of course. I could be able to afford my bed. By then I was sleeping on a mattress just on the floor. Just on the floor, So the first salary, let me go get a bed. Let me go get a stove and all these other basic things. Kujipanga. Yes. So
na ukajipanga vizuri.
Na nikajipanga vizuri.
Okay.
And yes.
Are you still a teacher there?
I left. I left.
After how long?
After a period of around 4 years.
Okay.
Because with the Form 1s that we began with, immediately they did Form 4. I also had to leave.
Okay.
Yes.
Was it that your contract kind of expired, or you found something else? I found
the church that I was working with gave me bigger responsibilities. So considering my time working for the church and at the same time going to school, I found it untenable, and so I decided to drop one. Yes. So that is how I left.
So was the church also paying?
The church was paying me, and the church also gave me a scholarship. Yes. So I decided, because this is a good opportunity. I've been praying that I get an opportunity to further my studies. Now, if I get this opportunity now, I don't want to waste it. But luckily enough, during the time that I was in Maono school, I was able to, with the little that I was able to get, I was able to take my younger siblings, a sister and a brother, through their schooling, secondary school, and they were able to finish. So I was seeing now, I don't have that pressure is off me now. Maybe I can also begin focusing on myself now, furthering my studies, and I see maybe what I would be able to do later on.
So what was the scholarship about?
The scholarship now is not even for teaching as I wanted. Getting an opportunity. The career. I'm changing the career now midstream. Things are changing.
So what did you start?
So I'm getting an opportunity. The scholarship is coming forth now, but
it's not yet.
No. I got it. Yes, I got it. Yes. But now the condition is I cannot pursue any other course apart from theology. Yes.
Now you
apart from theology.
You went into theology.
And I said, okay, I will.
You can give people the spiritual guidance.
Let me run away with it.
Let's see how this goes.
Let's see how this goes.
This one and
yes,
run
I
away.
said no. When the chances are limited as they are, whatever you get, you run away with it.
Take it
yes, because even if I had stuck to teaching and there was nobody willing even to pay for me, now this one has come. Let me not waste. Let me not waste this opportunity. So I took it, and I got an opportunity to study Bachelor of Theology at Africa International University. AIU.
The one somewhere
in Karen. From Karen Shopping Center on your way to Kuyu Town. Is somewhere along along the way there.
Okay.
So
Did you finish?
I'd finished.
Now you are a pastor or something?
I'm a pastor.
Congratulations.
I'm a pastor. I thank God for that.
Now,
yes, I graduated last year.
Okay.
And I'm intending to take it further. I want to pursue my master's.
Yeah.
And I hope if all goes well, in the next 1.5 years, I'll be through with my master's.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the master's one is not being sponsored.
Yeah, the master's one now, though there's still a conversation around that. I'm still trying to negotiate with them so that I see if they can support me, maybe partly. Yeah, but they are willing. Somehow I know they'll get to support me.
Okay.
Yes.
But you're still at the same church. Yeah.
I'm still at the same church. I'm serving in the same church as a youth pastor, and
You like it. You enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
Okay.
So I'm seeing that maybe I will not get back to teaching.
Hapo umeshatoka.
Hapo nimetoka.
Okay.
Hapo nimetoka.
Now tell me about, are you also into politics?
Yes, politics. I used to love politics.
Yeah.
I picked it from my dad. My dad was a serious community politician.
Yeah. What do you mean community politician?
No, he didn't do it in a national scale.
Yeah. Okay, he would do it at a community level.
Community level, yes.
Okay. And you tried to replicate that.
So during those times, I think it was during the KANU era, he was one of the key leaders for KANU as a party in our, I don't know, it was a ward or whatever then, within the location. So there were KANU delegates.
He was like the point man for KANU in that particular area.
Yes, and I could see during his time, because of that, I was able to see very prominent politicians, like the former member of parliament, Juan Kobuda of Nyakach, would come to our home. I could see people, the former councillor, Wadiaga, they would always visit our home for political reasons. And out of that, I began having some interest in politics. And that is where I picked it. Okay. So I do politics.
Are you planning to vie someday?
I'd run actually.
You had run for an MCA or something?
For an MCA seat.
Which year?
2017.
Okay.
Yes, and on an ODM ticket. Though I didn't go beyond the nominations. Okay. Yes, we went for the nominations, and the votes that I got were not able to take me to the next level. Unfortunately, yes. So I still do politics within the ward.
You mobilize people. What's your ward?
Mugumoini ward. Yes, Mugumoini ward in Langata.
In Langata.
Yes. So I'm still active politically.
You are a big name there. Ukikuja tu hapo Mugumoini ulize Ayugi. Kila mtu atasema Ayugi tunamjua, si ndio?
Atakupeleka mahali naishi. Yes.
Hata mtu akitaka kuingia hiyo ward, unasema onane na Ayugi.
Unaona na Ayugi hapo.
Ushaongea na watu wase wa mtaa. Ni nyinyi sasa, si ndio? So how do you balance that with being a pastor?
It is a bit challenging though. But there's something that we need to put straight. The Kenyan system and in the Kenyan psyche, it has been portrayed politics as a dirty game. Which to me is not true. It is not true actually. And I think it is high time that people who have integrity, people who are godly, should not hide and fail to get into politics. It is high time that people who are godly, people who are serving God, to come out and bring sanity into politics. And bring sanity into politics. So for me, I believe going forward into the future, I will still offer myself for positions of
politics. Despite being a pastor.
Despite being a pastor.
You want to sanitize politics. Yes. And you want to prove that politics is not a dirty game, but it depends on how you play it.
Absolutely. Yes.
You can play it clean.
You can. It can. It has been done, and it can be done.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So how is the situation now at Lang'ata and Mugumoini specifically, and politically?
Yeah, there is a bit of apathy as we speak. I'm a life member for ODM.
Okay.
ODM party, and at the ward level, as we speak, we have 3 serious candidates who have come out. We have the incumbent who is yearning to defend his seat in the next elections, and we also have George Kola. George Kola vied even in the last elections, but he never made it. And this time around, he has come back, and he has come back big.
Okay.
Yes, so he's in the race, and we also have another young boy. I call him my younger brother, Kevin Bernard. He's also in the race, and we don't know whether others will still join, but
it's a matter of let's wait and see.
It's a matter of wait and see.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. But one thing I'm sure of is that for Mugumoini, it must just be an ODM candidate. If you get the certificate, it's
sure bet.
Done and dusted.
Okay.
Yes.
As we continue, ladies and gentlemen, this is still Kibera News Network, Sisi Mtani with me, Josh, and we are doing it for the first time this year, 2022. This is the place to be. Steve, do we have anyone commenting or saying something for Ayugi? Let's see if someone is commenting or asking any question before we continue. Yes. Collins Otieno is saying kudos Ayugi. Do you know Collins Otieno?
No.
It's one guy, a random guy watching live.
Thank you.
He's saying kudos to you.
Thank you, Collins.
Maybe he knows you, maybe he doesn't know you, but he's watching.
Thank you, Collins.
Okay, thank you very much, Collins, for watching. Keep watching. If you have any questions or any comments, please type there on our YouTube channel. If you can also reach us via WhatsApp 0794595904, and we'll be able to read it later for you. And Ayugi might also be able to answer some of those questions you have.
Yes.
Jalas. Lang'ata. How is that?
Heavy jet.
Heavy jet. Have you guys welcomed him?
We welcome Jalango. I've met Jalango on a personal basis. We've had a discussion around elections, the forthcoming elections coming in 2022. And Jalango, he actually stays in Mugumoini. Jalango stays in Mugumoini.
He stays in Mugumoini?
Yes. Jalango stays in Mugumoini.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so he has a good agenda, of course, and being a young man, I feel the Lang'ata people should support him. I've listened to his agenda, and I've known Jalango for a while.
He has good intentions for Lang'ata.
He has good intentions for Lang'ata.
And for the youth.
And for the youth. Given that opportunity, I have no doubt in my mind that guy will make it.
Jaka Kimba.
Jaka Kimba, I haven't met him.
I hear people say he's also a strong force.
He is now, but we don't feel him on the ground. You see, politics is more about
the feel.
Yes, the vibe.
The presence,
what is on the ground. What's on the ground. So Jaka Kimba is a big name. He's one person that is so close to Jacom. And it's up to him if he can leverage on that and take advantage of his closeness with Jacom, and he plays it well on the ground.
Well and good. But Jalas is also proving to be close to Jacom.
He is. But one thing that makes Jalango stand out is You see, Jalango is a celebrity.
Yeah.
Jalango is a household brand.
Yeah.
Every other home you go to, Jalango is known. You need not to go and reintroduce Jalango again.
Yeah.
So it's just now upon him now to play his cards well.
On the ground.
Yes, he gets it. Yes. Yeah. So I think he's one person that me as Ayugi, I'll vote for him.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you think people of Langata should consider before they vote for anyone as an MP?
Yeah, Langata is a unique constituency.
Yeah.
In the sense that one, Langata is very rich in terms of resources.
Okay.
And you look at the...
What do you have there?
Yes, Langata has the Nairobi National Park, is in Langata.
True.
We have Wilson Airport, is in Langata.
Yeah.
We have Kenya Wildlife Services has its headquarters in Langata. Langata hosts Bomas of Kenya. Langasa
you don't want to count cemetery? Well, that is a negative resource.
No, it's not. It is not. Actually, that is part of life. At some stage, we love to go there. So Langata basically is a very rich constituency.
Yeah, I can
and
see.
It needs a manager and, of course, a serious one for that matter.
Okay.
And I think somebody of the caliber of Jalango can do, considering the background of that guy. Jalango was a fishmonger.
Yeah.
Jalango was a fisherman. And through years, he has struggled all his way to be what he is. He's a self-made man. So I believe, given that opportunity, Jalango can perform.
Okay.
So we'll help him campaign.
You'll help him.
Yes.
And you've had a discussion.
We've had a discussion with him.
And you guys are happy with him.
We are happy with him.
Wow.
And I know a number of people are still thinking of whether they should come or not. We have the former member of parliament, Honorable Loom, is considering whether to plunge into the game again. We have Oscar Omoke, who was our candidate then, is also thinking of coming back, and a number of other people.
Okay.
But we need a youthful guy, considering that the incumbent member of parliament is youthful, Honorable Korir. He needs somebody youthful to give him a run for his money. Okay. And Jalango fits the bill.
What role do you play in Jalango's campaign?
No, I haven't been signed at all as such. But
are you hoping?
I know I'll play a bigger role in Jalango's campaign.
Okay.
Yes, I know at some stage when we shall have organized ourselves, I know I will have something to do in his team.
Good.
Yes.
Saidika, you have an organization?
Yes, I do. We run Saidika organization with a friend of mine called Duncan. We living in the community, as I've lived here for a while, and having also worked for certain other non-governmental organizations within Kibera, we saw that there is a gap. Mostly, particularly for international NGOs that have been coming here, we realized that they come with good intentions, but at the end of the day, most of the time, the intended person, the beneficiary, the person at the grassroots who is supposed to be reached with the services, do not benefit. So we decided now what is it that we can do, because we see a lot of people coming and going, but the people are still left just the way they were. So we came up with this organization called Saidika, and we run a number of programs, and we have our offices in Gumoini. Yes, that is where we operate from. Okay.
How long have you been operating?
It has been in existence now for 2 years. 2 years. Yes.
Have you managed to get some funding?
No. So far? No. Most of the time, the funds that we that help us run our programs are from ourselves and some few friends of ours and other well-wishers.
You contribute?
Yes, we contribute and we do what we can do. And for especially for the girls, we have a program called the Smile Girl Champions.
Smile Girl
Champions. So this is focusing on girls between the ages of 9 to 19.
Sanitary pads.
So with them, we give them for sanitary pads.
Yeah.
They are trained on menstrual hygiene and so we partner with certain organization. We have CPCK, Eric Simba, I don't know whether you know him. Yeah, Simba has donated to us certain sanitary pads. My friend George Koala, who wants to run for the MCA seat in Gumoini, has also donated some sanitary pads. And a number of friends who have been donating 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, that way, and we're able to take care of the girls.
Yeah.
Yes.
You mentioned Koala and you mentioned some guy, Kevin, yeah?
Kevin Bernard.
You referred to Koala as your good friend and you referred to Kevin as your brother or something.
Yes.
How do you manage the two? Like, they are all close to you and they are all your friends and you are in the middle.
Yes, they are
so
close
now,
to me.
How do you decide who to support and who not to support?
You see, leadership. When it comes to leadership, sometimes there are a lot of things that you'll have to consider. Yeah. Sometimes circumstances will even force you not to support your own biological brother or mother or anybody of that kind and give support to her.
Do you look at who has given you what? The reality on the ground.
No, Joshua. You don't look. You see, if you do that, then you'll be short-sighted, and you may miss it. You may miss the bigger picture.
Yeah, the bigger picture.
Yeah. So always we look for what is it in us in the long run.
In the long run.
In the long term. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you said Saidika Kola has given you sanitary pads and some other people.
Some other people, yes.
And you have not managed to get some funding.
Yeah, no funding yet for now, though we've done some proposals here and there. Then hopefully, if all goes well, maybe. Yeah, and we won't tire. We won't give up. We won't lose hope.
It's good to start. So you seem to be doing a lot of things. But before that, there was was it a self-help group you guys formed? Mugumuini something?
Yeah.
What was the name again?
It was Mugumuini Youth Chapter.
Youth Chapter. Is it still there?
Yeah, Mugumuini Youth Chapter is still there, but somehow it's disintegrated. People split. Yes. Because of some...
It started really strong. I remember coming to capture you sometimes.
I remember, yes, I remember. But unfortunately, somehow along the way, it did split.
Okay.
Yeah, because of some other internal issues.
That's normal in the community.
Yes.
It happens.
Exactly.
So you are doing a lot. You're in the church, you're in the politics, you're in the community, you're in the organization. Your hand seems to be playing around. And that's leadership. It shows that you are valued in the community.
Yes.
People care about you and people need you in different ways.
Exactly.
Wow. So from this life experience, have you ever had like that worst experience in your life that you'd want to share?
I've had one thing that maybe I would want to regret though. Early 2016, there was a mass voter registration exercise that was organized by the party leadership from our area, Mugumoini, and it was conducted at the chief's office, and we invited a lot of people, particularly those who did not have IDs, to come and register.
Okay.
And a majority of the people who turned up to register for the IDs were not having some vital documents that were very necessary for them to be able to acquire the IDs.
Okay.
One among them is the living certificates.
Okay.
Yeah, and the organizers of this exercise had arranged with certain local schools within the community to offer these living certificates to these kids.
The kids are already 18 and above.
18 and above.
Yeah.
And so they required these living certificates for them to acquire this.
Yeah.
And so these living certificates were done.
Yeah.
And
so you help them do the...
We help them do that.
Yeah.
And somehow there was, as the exercise was going on, there was a sight-up, kind of. And without knowing it, you were arrested by the CID.
Oh, you got arrested. Oh, I remember you got arrested.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the case went to court. I spent around 2 weeks in the remand.
Yeah. Industrial area.
Industrial area, yes. Yeah.
How was the experience? Was that the first time you got arrested?
It was the first time. I haven't been arrested before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to me, it wasn't a good experience.
Yeah.
The case has been in court to date.
Up to now, it's not over yet?
5 years down the line.
Yeah.
It has not been determined.
Yeah. I remember you were with the Buru,
with the Buru Calvin, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully we think maybe before April, we shall have known how it will go.
The case has taken really too long.
It has taken so long. Now, the problem has been the witnesses have refused to come forth.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so every time we go, they postpone it, they postpone it, until of late when the prosecution now admitted that they do not have
enough evidence.
Not enough evidence. The witnesses are not willing to come.
Oh, okay.
So it's upon the magistrate now to decide on our fate.
The way forward.
Yeah, it's one thing that I've regretted. Yeah. It has taken a lot of my time. It has wasted a lot of my resources. And
do you feel like it's something that happened by mistake, or do you feel that you were guilty? You did not do the right thing?
I didn't do the right thing. Okay. Though while doing it, I thought maybe it would not go to that extent. Yeah.
You knew you were helping the community.
We knew we were helping the community. Yeah. But now, it turned even as you help, it turned out to be something different.
And you were shocked.
I was shocked, yes.
Yeah. But these students, these people who needed the living certificate, they couldn't get it from their former schools, or what was the problem?
You see, it's a bit challenging. Some of our people that we stay with in the village here, some of them did not even go to school, and so on and so forth. And now, getting even a living certificate is not very easy.
And that was a must requirement?
It was a must requirement. It was a must that they have it for them to be registered. Okay. So it's one thing that I regret, but I have learned my lessons.
Sorry for that.
Yes.
Do you have some best moments also in life that you can remember and is happy about?
I'm always a happy man. I always take every day as it comes, and I thank God. I've had wonderful days in my life. Okay. I think it is good. It's a mixture of sometimes you are low, sometimes you are up, sometimes your experiences are good, sometimes you are down. But I consider it part of life, and we have to continue.
As a pastor, sometimes do you meet like people with big challenges that you don't even know how to handle?
Exactly, and that is where the challenge is. Yeah. And
because for them, they believe that you are there to help them.
Right now, as we speak, I'm yet to be ordained. I'm as a pastor now, so that I would be sent and be a full-time pastor in one of our churches within Nairobi. And that question usually comes to me because of sometimes you get a lot of people who have serious challenges that needs your intervention as a spiritual leader. And at times you find it a bit challenging, really. How will I be able to manage handle all these situations? But because it's a call from God, sometimes it's God who directs you and gives you the way forward and what's supposed to be done.
Pray to God.
You pray to God.
Help me handle this the best way.
Exactly. It's a bit challenging. Dealing with people is not very easy.
And also as a man, you also have your own personal challenges.
And also as a man, you also have your own personal challenges. So it's a very challenging task ahead of me, but I believe we shall overcome. We shall overcome
by the grace of God.
I think probably, you see, being a pastor and even a teacher, these are very noble professions, and it takes passion to actually to do them. And it's actually a call.
It's a very strong package for you, actually. Having been a teacher, a pastor.
Yes, I think it has helped me develop some skills in handling people here and there. So we leave it to God. Yes.
Good. We are almost winding up. Steve, check if there is anything. But now, what do you do during your free time? Do you even have free time?
I do. Today, as we speak, teaching is still in me. Okay. And I teach in adult school center.
Oh, you do adult school?
Yes. So during my free time, I usually teach there for a period of 2 hours.
Okay.
Yes.
Every day?
Every day.
Wow.
Every day.
Even today?
Even today.
Are you from there or you are going?
From here, I'm going to class. Yes.
so let us finish so that you run
I'm going to class,
to your classes. Adults.
Adult school.
Where is this?
It's in Langata, along Langata Road, around Deliverance Church. Coming down there, there is another school around that.
You have many students?
It's called Sunrise. Yes, we have from primary. We have primary to secondary, but though now primary we call them candidates.
Candidates,
yeah. So it gives opportunities to those who probably were not able to do the exams at the primary level. Somebody left school in class 7, somebody left school in class 6, and maybe class 5, and maybe went through up to class 8, but never got to do the KCP. Yes. So basically, those people are lumped up together.
Okay.
And we call them candidates class. Candidate class. Yeah, so
and you register them for KCP.
And they get registered for KCP. Then coming to secondary, there are people who were able to finish class 8, but for one reason or another were not able to join secondary. Okay. So we also have somebody left in Form 2. So for a Form 1 and a Form 2, they're also put together. Okay. We call them pre-candidates class. Then somebody who left in Form 3, and somebody who probably reached Form 4 and never sat for the exams, are also put together.
Due to one reason or the other.
Yes. So those ones are called candidates class.
And they are now adults.
Some are even much older than us. Some are pastors, some are people who are established in the community doing their own things, but now because they were not able to finish their high school, they would want to come back later and maybe finish. Some people would want to proceed and do go to colleges, but they lack the KCSE certificate. They get back and they
come back for that process.
For that process.
Wow.
Yeah. So
how long have you been doing this?
This is now a period of 1 year.
1 year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So far you've taken some people through.
The first lot is going to sit this March.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow.
This March.
Wow. What does it take for someone who'd want to join?
We take a registration fee of 1,000 shillings, and luckily for the students that we have now, we had somebody who sponsored.
Okay. All of them?
Full tuition fee, yes.
Wow.
Yes. So I don't know,
So
maybe
for them,
later
they're
on,
not paying.
when this lot shall have passed, maybe the next lot probably whether they will charge them something. But for this lot, they never paid a single cent. Only registration fee as a commitment of 1,000 shillings. And that is what they paid.
And the classes
even for their CSE exams, it was fully paid for, yes.
Okay. So the classes happens every day?
The classes are from Monday to Friday. The primary section comes in the morning from 10 to 12, 2 hours, they go. Then the secondary section, both the pre-candidates and the candidates report at 2 in the afternoon, and they leave at 5. It's a 3 hours classes. Okay. Yes.
Do you love soccer?
No.
You don't do soccer?
I don't do soccer.
What do you like?
As a hobby now?
Yeah.
No, I just love reading, and I travel. Okay. Yes, just walking and observing nature as it is. That gives me my comfort, and I find my joy.
Peace of mind.
And peace of mind.
Oh, wow.
But soccer, no, I've never allowed soccer. Yeah. Neither do I play soccer.
You just hear people shouting, Arsenal, Man U, and you wonder what are these people really saying? Yes. Okay. Yes, Joshua. Is there anything else that you would want to share that perhaps I've not asked?
Maybe just to remind Kenyans, and especially our people from Kibera, that this is an election year. I would wish that we maintain peace. And we may differ in opinion in terms of who do you support and so on and so forth. But even in our differences in opinion, let's embrace one another and ensure that peace prevails before, during, and after the elections. Elections will come and go, but me and you will still remain here. Let's maintain peace, love one another, and God willing, I'm sure we are going to have a very peaceful elections ever in 2022. Okay. Yes.
Nice. Family, you have a family?
I have a family. I'm married to one wife. As I've told you, I don't want polygamy. I don't want to add. My wife is a teacher. And I have 2 kids. My firstborn girl is in class 4, and my younger boy is a preschooler. Okay. Yes.
Sawa.
Yes.
Thank you very much for coming to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Steve, I don't know if we had anyone talking. If not, we can end it here. It's been pleasure having Isaiah Ayugi all the way from Bugumoini Ward in Langata sharing with us his story and the situation down there. Thank you very much. This has been Sisi Mtani, Kibera News Network, YouTube Live, coming to you all from Weather Foundation. 2022 is the year. Happy New Year. I've been your host, Ogure Joshua. Bye-bye.
Thank you. God bless you.
Asante sana.
Yes.